morning, welcome to Morning Expresso. You're watching Indian Express. I'm Charulata Biswas. From India rejecting Chinese Foreign Minister Wang's comments on Jammu and Kashmir to the controversy surrounding a university in Rajasthan that exists only on paper, we give you all the latest updates in our power-packed morning bulletin. Let's begin with the big story of the day. As Chinese Foreign Minister Wang spoke on Jammu and Kashmir while addressing a meeting of the OIC in Islamabad, India has not only rejected the statements by calling it uncalled for, but also issued a démarche into the matter. It reminded the leadership in Beijing that India refrains from public judgment of their internal issues. Here are the stories you'll find only in Indian Express. About 70 kilometers from the border with Poland, Lviv in Ukraine has become the main transit point for all those fleeing the war. Of the over 3.5 million who have left Ukraine since the war began a month ago, most have gone through Lviv and many continue to arrive in the city. Located in the western part of the country, this city has largely been untouched by Russia's invasion, but on the road from the border, there are reminders. You can read the article only in Indian Express. Let's have a look at the front page. As India surpassed its merchandise export target of $400 billion set for FY 2022, Prime Minister Narendra Modi on Wednesday hailed the achievement as a key milestone in the country's Atmanirbhar Bharat journey. The target was achieved with 10 days to spare. Exports crossed $400.8 billion on March 21st, and there's a likelihood that total exports for the fiscal may cross $410 billion by the end of the month. In a ruling that could help shape the debate on marital rape, the Karnataka High Court has refused to quash rape charges filed by a wife against her husband, defying the exception in law, and instead called on lawmakers to hear the voices of silence. A man is a man, an act is an act. Rape is a rape, be it performed by a man, the husband, on the woman, wife, the High Court said. Here are the must-reads. The report of the Supreme Court appointed committee on the controversial farm laws was made public for the first time on Monday. The report mentioned how the panel had recommended against their withdrawal as a majority of the farm unions support them and a repeal would be unfair to this silent majority. But some things just don't add up. A scrutiny of the report reveals that the consultation process through which the committee arrived at this conclusion was far from widespread as it indicated. Earlier this week, a wave of violence gripped Boktui village in West Bengal's Birbhum district following a local TMC leader's murder. The family members of those targeted recall how the women and children who were killed had huddled together in a room while the assailants set their homes ablaze. Some say that they lost 10 of their kin, not 8 as claimed by the police. Our family is finished and only ashes remain. We are not in a condition to talk, Mihilal Sheikh, who said he had lost 7 members of his family in the attack, told the Indian Express over phone. Over 80 acres of land, 155 academic blocks, 62 lecture halls and 38 laboratories. These were some of the key features of the private Gurukul University in Sikar, according to a bill brought by the Rajasthan government and listed for debate in the assembly. But when Deputy Leader of Opposition Rajendra Rathore visited the site of the university, he found empty land. Turns out the university existed only on paper. Tales of the bravery shown by the Ahir troops of Haryana during the Battle of Rezangla in 1962 are widely known and often repeated. The Ahirwal region, which includes the southern Haryana districts of Rewari, Mahendragarh and Gurgaon, has traditionally contributed soldiers to the Indian Army in large numbers. Members of the community have been camping near Gurgaon for over a month to raise a long-standing demand, the creation of an Ahir Regiment. We explain the Ahir's history with the Indian Army in our Explained. Considering that India's T20 team is a far from finished product in this World Cup year, the IPL presents a great opportunity for a number of players to stake their claims. From the opener to partner Rohit Sharma to finishers and spinners, not many spots are cemented yet. The management and selectors would have to not only assess performance but also take judgment calls on whether performers in India can succeed on larger grounds in Australia. And in today's Delhi Confidential, actor MP Hema Malini asked the government if it plans to encourage Sanji artists from the Mathura Vrindavan area, pointing out that artists from other parts of the country like the Madhubani artists from Bihar and Warli painting artists from Maharashtra are promoted through textile products. The Mathura MP wanted Sanji art on textile as well. And finally, in today's episode of the Three Things podcast, we take a look at the reasons for introducing the Common University Entrance Test, how the US views India's stance on Russia, and why the fuel prices have been hiked after a gap of 4 months. With that, it's time out for me today. For the latest updates, don't forget to subscribe to our channel, The Indian Express. Thank you so much for watching.